Hi guys, right now I'm with Jeff and we're here in your little playing spot.
Yeah, a very particular place.
Yeah, and
so it's a great honor for me to have you here.
And today I'd like you to talk to me about this song, Little Sister. It's been written several years ago already, and I'd like to know, with everything that's going on in the world today, with everything we can hear about sexual abuses, especially knowing that this song was written about that, I'd like to know, how does this song still find meaning today?
Wow, well, are you here for a while? Well, it's very sad, but it's like we hear it in the newspaper every day now, especially with the Catholic Church, and what's going on with it. I mean, it's still part of our everyday. It's just unbelievable, and it's the same old pattern all the freaking time. You got those Catholic leaders right there who are trying to hide the whole thing, and they're throwing the ball to one another. It's not me. I never did that. Never heard about that. And and it's funny because even the Pope himself, oh my God, now I have maybe some enemies right now. Yeah. But it's crazy because it's religion based on supposedly forgiveness and all of those things. But when you see that, I mean, it's the worst thing. I mean, you're destroying lives, and then you're trying to just hide it and cover that up, and using your ranking or whatever your status is, and just to be able to shut the whole thing down. And that's why Little Sister, I mean, it makes the whole sense when you can. It's all about speaking out, It's all about just get out of the silence, and because it's always like that. Those people, those abusers, those guys. I mean, beyond. I mean, the Catholic. I mean, there's people all over the world these days. I mean, when we released that, when Alex decided to talk about himself and what he went through, I mean, even for me, it was something very intense, and Alex needed a lot of support during that time, and I remember that but I could feel such freedom from that point. And it's I mean, people are scared because we received a lot of comments, right after, and people were opening up, and it's the first time that I'm breaking walls, sharing that with you. We heard a lot about that. And it was unbelievable. It was so special, and because people are afraid about how people are gonna receive me. How are people gonna, will I be rejected for that? Because they feel dirty, and that's bullshit. And I'm telling you, everybody who knows people who went through that, I mean, just freaking say it. We don't care about the people who did that to you. They decided to change the path of your life for themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about it, and all the manipulation and everything. So just, we need to speak out and break the silence, as people, and that's why Little Sister. And it's funny, it's crazy because I met that girl, Little Sister. I was there when she was around us, and I've witnessed her the first day she arrived, through the whole process of her speaking out. And there was this big war going on in her life, but we won battles after battles after battles, and it was a miracle. And that's the only thing that we all have, is to speak out and to build up again, relationships, people, and I committed myself, with Alex and all the band members, to be there, to freaking be there. And every night we're playing that song, that's what's going on, and we kind of see the walls, falling down every time. And I'm saying that with a lot of humility, because we're not like, hey, we're wall breakers or stuff like that. It's not that at all. We're just talking about reality, the sad reality of people being abused, being threatened, being just rejected, and they are dealing with it, and it's like if they were guilty of that, you know, and it's like if it was impossible to just go through it. So that's why we're there. It's not nothing more than that. We're just right there, you know. So just break that freaking silence, whoever it is, a freaking priest, a freaking pope, who gives a shit? You know, it's your life, it's our lives, and nobody has the right to have ownership of our lives in any cases, for any reasons, you know. So just speak out. That's the only power you have, I have, that we all have, is just to freaking open our mouth and who cares, you know, like just say it. And that's why, I mean, even to this day, we're still getting messages about that, and it's crazy. And that's where real compassion comes in. You know, Alex, he's been there himself, and it's crazy because a guy that we've met along the way, he was a pedophile as well, and you know, but Alex, just to witness that, we just brought him, you know, took care of him a while ago. That was a couple of years ago, and we just decided, you know, to fight. I mean, not to fight, but not that it's a really tricky thing here, but not like what he did was awful and it was ugly, and I will never protect or defend him for what he's done. But just the compassion that we have, you know, just to be there, have a coffee, listen to him, and help him, you know, go through it. And, you know, the guy went to jail, went to a lot of stuff like that. But we've been there. You know, we've been there with him through the whole process, with his family, you know, with the victims. It was weird in a way, but at the same time, that's where true love and true compassion comes in. You know, when Alex went through something, and then he had all the reasons to just kick his head off and, you know, and scream at him and say, hey, man, you race of people that, you know, doesn't deserve nothing. No. That's how I started with the church. I mean, Alex, we went to court with him just to be there to support him. He was, and now to this day, we're not in touch anymore, but whatever happens, I mean, the guy had people who supported him through it, and so that's the thing. I mean, we're there, you know, and we'll always be, because that's the commitment we have with the people. So just speak out, you know, just be who you are, because that's the most wonderful thing that we are, being us, you know. And I will always be, you know, on people's side, people who need, you know, that kind of help, and that is more than just a song, you know. So that's why for us, every time we're performing it, it's like getting back to a place where we're back to that commitment that we have with the people. So me the first, guys. Just let's speak out.
Thank you very much for your answer.
My pleasure.